Hey everyone, it's Eric here from my 525XL. Today is February the 22nd, 2022. Just giving you a quick update on the tank, the my 525. Did a few things. So thanks to everyone that replied to my earlier post about the green sand bed. Really appreciate everyone's input. I think I've taken all the suggestions that you guys have put out to me, which is great. I moved the pumps around, the Aeros, I moved them down below. I put them back up for now because I need to find a sweet spot. So I did move it down, and the sand bed was blowing up, clumping up in the middle here, and the glass was, the bottom was bare on both sides because I moved both pumps, so I need to find a sweet spot for that. I moved them back up and spread the sand out again, but I got to do that again and see if I can find the right spot. The flow is pretty good though. Like, I mean, you can see the corals are moving, the Duncan's really waving back and forth. Same with the GSP. So I don't know how much flow I'm going to need down there, but anyway, I'm going to readjust those pumps. The other thing I did do, based on some suggestions, is pick up a sand sifting starfish, and I also added some Mexican turbo snails. So the sand sifting starfish is somewhere in here, right? He bears himself, which is great. I saw him out last night around 11:30, clinging to the glass. I only got one, and I'll tell you why. The LFS that got the stock in, they had 4 of them, and all 4 had part of an arm missing at 30 bucks Canadian a shot. So the sand sifting starfish is not an expensive piece of livestock. I was struggling with paying the full price for, 4/5 of a starfish, so to speak. So I just picked up one for now, and I'll wait till I get a healthier stock in, but I just needed something to help me out right away and maybe get started on the job. And once they've got some healthier starfish in there, I'll probably pick up 1 or 2 more. Because I think this little guy that I picked up, probably more than he can chew right now. So I'll do that when they get more stock in, and we'll see how it goes. The corals themselves are doing pretty good. No issues anyway. Getting some good growth on the Zoa there. Starting to crust all over the rock, so he seems to be the fastest grower in the tank right now, other than the leather corals. My son's friend is starting up a tank, so I'm going to donate my leather corals to him as a starter coral. I'm going to just get rid of the leathers altogether. We'll see how it goes. He's just getting started, so I'm going to give him as many pointers as I can based on experience. The hard corals seem to be okay. The one in the middle there is really growing. I can really see the polyp extension there. The bird's nest that I had a couple of weeks ago looks almost exactly the same. And then the guy on the right just doesn't grow at all. I don't know. We'll see. Hairy tip mushrooms are great. The Zoa on the shell is fine. The Duncan is just happy as hell. GSP is fine as well. So that's it on the top. Everything seems to be going pretty good, other than the algae outbreak I gotta continue with on the sand bed. Down below, I didn't add anything, but just an update on the Aero Aqua Duo, working like a horse still. Keeping my skimmate light, as I mentioned a couple of posts. I'm trying to get my nutrients back to where they need to be. So I haven't done a reading in a couple of days, probably 5 days actually. So I'm going to do that tonight. My guess is my nitrates are still around 4.5. Phosphate, not really sure due to the algae that's taking it up in there. So the readings probably aren't accurate as one of the viewers suggested. Totally agree. I did have a failure on my M1 Vectra. It's running now. I don't know if it's kind of dark. It's hard to see. So I had a buildup of probably calcium or I don't know, whatever, on the impeller on the inside where it spins around in the with the magnet. So it actually seized on me. I don't think it seized for long because I noticed the tank stopped circulating water pretty quickly. So I was able to turn it off, and I started to clean it. I ordered another M2 to keep. I got the M2 in, and it had a problem right from the factory. So the gentleman I purchased it from in Montreal was quick on the uptake and was able to source a replacement for me, and I returned the other one, so I'm just waiting for the replacement. But in the meantime, I cleaned up this one here, and I was able to get it running again. It's not as quiet as it was, so definitely got some wear and tear going there, but I think it was my fault. I should have cleaned it earlier before it actually seized. Gate valve at the back, still working like a charm. I don't have to touch it. It's quiet. It's so much better than the diaphragm, so really happy with that simple upgrade. So anybody that has the stock valve at the back there, you'll be okay while it's new. As it wears out, you're going to find it a little painful. Instead of replacing it, I would just swap out a gate valve. That's my recommendation. Swap it out with a gate valve. That's my recommendation. I think you'll be happy with it and less fussing around, that's for sure. Anyway, I think that's it for today's update. Again, thanks to everyone that's been giving me the pointers and tips on the green algae. Really appreciate all the input from you guys. You know, the community is fantastic when it comes to helping people out, and you know, it's never let me down. So I really appreciate you folks chiming in. That's it for me for today, February 22nd. Until we chat again, I hope everybody stays safe and happy reefing.